Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm offering you a flip through of my 2023 Hobonichi Cousin and the reason I'm switching. Hello, hello, hello. This is 𝗫𝗫𝗃𝗃, the Positive Vibes Artist. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you like what you see and that you'll give this video a like and perhaps subscribe to my baby channel. For those of you who are returning subscribers, thank you so very much for coming back. And I hope that you've been enjoying my content. This is my flip through of my 2023 Hobonichi Cousin. Now what I'm going to do for this, I'm skipping the monthlies and I'm skipping the majority of the weeklies because this was my first time in a cousin. I did a lot of experimenting and messing around with those spreads, and so most of them ended up being kind of messy and weird looking. It wouldn't be pleasant to look at. I'm going to show you my monthly for December, and then where it's at in this journal is the dailies. I journaled every single day except for 2 days when I was basically bedridden from being so terribly sick. So I journaled every single day. A few times I had to back journal because we were like out of town and I didn't bring my journal with me. But other than that, I journaled every single evening in my cousin, and I'm very proud of that because I haven't been a big daily journal. I tend to journal sporadically, but I did it daily in this, and I've got to say I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it was very therapeutic for me. It got me to, filter through my thoughts before bedtime, so it led to better sleep and, I think nicer dreams. And so I highly recommend it, journaling at night, doing that big brain dump, getting things off your mind and then going to bed. And it's like, it's refreshing. You don't lay there and ruminate about everything that happened because you wrote it out, So without further ado, the cover, these are elements from 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗵 paper pads, and then some washi, and the 2023 letters are from Creative Memories, and these stickers are literally 23 years old and they still stick like new, so it's great. Now this is the inside. I decorated it a little bit and I tipped in some acetate. And just again, as an experiment, I just wanted to see how it would stay tipped in if I did it just with washi, and it did great. It never came up on me. And now here we have the wheel of the year, and this is my own design. I'm going to make it available in my Etsy shop, so you'll be able to pick it up. The link for my Etsy shop is below. I'm there at Etsy, the Positive Vibes Artist. And here's my tarot annual forecast that I did for myself, and I did do it on the Witch's New Year, November 1st. This year, I'm doing it today, New Year's Eve, January 31st, just because this really didn't work for me. I don't know if it was because of the start date or what the deal was, but these all seem to be off by about 2 months. So I thought, okay, next one I'll start it January. So there's that. For these pages, I didn't do much. I just noted when birthdays were and the holidays and important events. And now I'm going to skip through. See, this is basically a monthly. I sometimes used stickers from the Sticky Club for the days, and sometimes I didn't, but on these later months I did. Now, the one I want to show you is December and the weeklies. So see, here's another one. This is where I tried some daily memory keeping. And a little bit more. I was so sick in July. Oh my God. I literally thought that might be it for me. I mean, I don't know what happened to me. My doctor didn't know what happened to me. She diagnosed me as having influenza A in the middle of July here in Houston. And so because I somehow caught it out of season, there was no vaccine. There was no nothing. I had to tough it out. It was a horrible 3 weeks. But this is December. This is what I wanted to show you. I decided for the month of December to go with the theme of coffee and books, mainly coffee, because I was so sick in July, I couldn't drink hardly anything. It was like Gatorade for a month. Gatorade and water was all I could tolerate. And so I didn't have any coffee and I didn't have any Coke, nothing with caffeine. And because of that, my body totally detoxed from the caffeine. And when I went to drink it after I was well, I had a 2-day migraine. No fun. So I decided by mid-November I was going to wean myself back onto caffeine. It was a 2-week process, did it bit by bit by bit. And by December 11th, which is where you see the coffee first showing up, I was finally able to drink coffee again. Real coffee with caffeine. And I was just so thankful. Because, you know, you need that little bit of uplift you get from the caffeine once in a while, right? And so without it, some days I was just dying, but I had nothing, you know, to boost me up. Here's the final week of 2023, and I went all out with the deco. Again, it was another experiment. I just wanted to see how my writing would go, you know, with something splayed across the page there. So that's what I did for that. I did not do anything for the year ahead. I did do one in my 2024 cousin. I am moving from the cousin actually into the avec, which is the cousin cut into 2 parts, volume 1 and volume 2. Volume 1 runs from January to June. Volume 2 runs from July to December. And the reason I'm changing is because this just got too chunky, and I am a lefty. So later in the year, writing, you know, toward the spine got to be exceedingly difficult. That's why this wider sticker is here. Typically, I would have put it over here or here, but I couldn't write over here anyway, so I just stuck it there. And then once I started to write on this side, again, my hand was bumping up against this huge ridge. I did fold my Hobonichi backward. That helped a lot. So it flattened the pages for me. And I have to tell you, the binding, I took it like a champ. I never had any issues with anything popping out of the binding, even remotely. Maybe just a real little bit right in here. But that's it. That's all that happened. So it held together fantastically. So if you're a lefty like me and you are contemplating using the cousin for 2024, I would recommend that as you get up to October, that you start to bend your journal backwards. That's when I started to have to do it, was because here we have, I'm not sure on the date because I covered them up. It was probably around Halloween. Yeah, okay, here's the October 24th. But as you can see, you're getting that big bump there. And that's about when it started. And it really helps to bend your journal backward. You will not break it and you won't tear it. Just, you know, be careful when you do it, but it just works out just fine. Now here's another experimental page. I used Tombow markers here. This is from the Coffee Monsters Co. And these stickers are from Wise Minerva Studios. She has her own website and a very talented artist. And I just love her stuff. I get it, you know, I have a collection. But these are my monthlies. And again, I tend to do washi typically on 2 sides with some stickers intermeshed. I've used headlines, you know, handwritten. I use the Tombow Fudonosuke in hard for these. It just gives me a little bit more control on the Tomoe River paper. And the inks I use, the vast majority are by Ferris Wheel Press because I love their ink. Beginning of the journal is where I was purchasing it. And then later on in the year, they chose me to be a Jubilee ambassador. So now I get 2 bottles of ink a month, which is really awesome. And my collection has really grown because of that. And now I have so much ink and I'm needing to find another place to keep it. But, and here's some watercolor. Sometimes I'd use it. Tomoe River paper took it really, really well. It would just crinkle a little bit and then it would dry back to flat. I also tried some experimentation with collaging, which I really liked in here. I wouldn't do it regularly just because it's going to really bulk up your journal, you know. So This is where I was totally sick one day. It was the crazy weather. It made me real sick. So I missed that day, and I missed 2 days later on. But I really enjoyed it, you know, and I just found it to be really therapeutic in a way. I mean, I didn't journal about anything heavy duty or anything like that, you know, but just little things that happened in my day. And sometimes if something, I finished my finances at 11:55 p.m. because I own a business, and having to get it all in gear for the accountant and for taxes and all that, I have to get it all set by about mid-February. Oh my gosh, it was such a nightmare last year. And it's going to be another nightmare this year because I didn't keep up with them. My husband's like, if you would just update Quicken once every 2 weeks, you wouldn't have this problem. And I'm like, yeah, but then I would have to look at Quicken every 2 weeks. I don't want to have to do that. You know, I'd rather stare at it for 3 weeks straight, nonstop, to get that stuff done instead of every 2 weeks, because math has always just traumatized me. I swear I have PTSD from my math classes in high school. I swear I do, because I look at numbers, I just freeze up. I really do. I freeze up. So to have to look at them every 2 weeks, no thank you. So I look at them from mid-January to about mid-February, and then I don't have to look at them again until next year, and that is fine by me. Well, I had a sinus infection through here. It was my second one of the year. I typically get them in the fall and in early spring. There's my daughter, Ariel. She came over that day. We're in Houston. At this time, she was living up in Dallas, and she came to visit, and she did my nails and gave me gel nails for the first time in my life, which were really awesome. And they lasted like 3 weeks. I couldn't believe it. And, you know, I don't know. I lost track of my thought. What was I saying? Anyway, must not have been important. And here we go. Once in a while, I would do the cover page. Not all the time, just because I didn't have time. And this is not the only journal I journal in. I have my tarot journal. I have my spiritual journal. I have my self-care journal. So I've got stuff spread out. And those other journals, I don't work in them every day. You know, more of the Coffee Monsters Co. Her stuff is so cute. And then this is Create with Pen. Her stuff is really cute as well. And I don't use a lot of cutesies. I think they make really nice little accents when you're using like floral washes and stuff like what you see on this page. But I tend to use 2 colors of ink on my spreads. I treat it like a 2-day spread every time. So the ink usually coordinates. It doesn't on these 2 pages, and it doesn't on these 2 either. Or these stickers. I found these stickers in my stash, and these, I remember I bought these at Michael's when my daughter was a baby. So these are like 24 years old, and I just now got around to using them. I mean, talk about hoarding, right? And here I took some pictures of my first time creating some jelly prints. I really loved how they turned out. And if I had the time to do them regularly, it would be a major addiction. But here we go, talking about coordinating inks. You know, I use one color here, and I use another color here. Up here is my gratitude, and I did the gratitude every single day, and all it is you just note 3 things that you're grateful for, big or small. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm grateful for this cup of coffee. I'm grateful for my journal. I'm grateful for the ability to write in my journal. You know, little things. Grateful for my pets. This is my dog, Magic. She's an Australian Shepherd who basically held the door open when God was giving the other Aussie Shepherds their brains. But she's real loving, very affectionate, very playful, and we just love her to pieces. This is a trip we took to Colorado, which was a really great surprise. My husband owns an Always Best Care franchise. Always Best Care provides care for seniors in their homes. This is when we were out of town and I journaled elsewhere, and I just never translated it into here. We went to Colorado because they had their annual meeting there. And not only that, but they had it in Colorado Springs, which was like, woohoo, because my favorite uncle, my aunt lived there. My cousins lived near there. So I got to see most of my family during that trip. So it was really awesome. And we stayed at the Broadmoor. If you are ever in Colorado Springs, and you have the money, stay at the Broadmoor. It will ruin you for all other hotels. And this is coming from a person who spent some time in July of 1989 staying in 5-star hotels in the UK, in England in particular. And I thought those were the be-all, end-all of hotels. Nope. The Broadmoor has them beat by miles. Well, we had a chandelier in our room. A chandelier. And there was a separate TV in the bathroom that was angled in such a way that you could see it if you were sitting on the toilet. So, if you had to be there a while, hey, flick on the TV. Be entertained. This is May 16th, the day we went to the Cubs game. They came to Houston to play the Astros in an interleague play. And I went and I wore my Chicago Cubs 2016 World Series champion shirt to the game. Got some weird looks, but typically Astro fans are pretty nice. And this was our anniversary weekend, and my husband took us to the Houston Zoo. So got to see some really awesome animals, and the weather was perfect. And their enclosure for their elephants is really huge now. They've expanded their entire African exhibit. And when we saw the elephants, we got to see like 6 at one time. And I'd never seen that many elephants together. The most I've ever seen together at one time was 3. And that was at the Milwaukee Zoo, because I'm originally from Northern Illinois. So I'd go to the Milwaukee Zoo. And it was amazing seeing all those elephants all together, all females with the juveniles, and then they had the males in a different enclosure. And so it was really awesome seeing the elephants. And then here's my favorite animal, sea turtle. I love sea turtles. And here's at the game again, and our anniversary. We went to Babin's for dinner that night. That's a really nice seafood restaurant in the Woodlands, Texas. And here I used a tip-in from Sterling Ink. And here, this was a failed experiment. I really didn't like how it was against the text. I am going to use her cover pages in my avec for 2024. And what I'm going to do is when I tip them in, I'm going to tip them in this way, so that as you turn it, you're seeing the page, front ways, instead of against the text here. But, you live and learn. These are all from Create with Pen. We got London Gifties here. I do think it's a real shame that she's gone to using AI-generated art for her PET tapes. There are plenty of real human artists out there who need the work for income. And, I'm a real artist, and so that's all I'm going to say about that. Look, those are real doodles, okay, from a real human. Helen Wang of the Coffee Monsters Co. So again, do I use AI-generated art? If the stickers are pretty enough, I do, but typically I don't buy it. Because again, you're putting an artist out of work when you buy AI-generated art. Here we have Paper Minty Studios, who is another human artist who does her own artwork, who is very talented. I love her kits, absolutely love them. And they are, when you first look at the price, you're thinking, God, that's so expensive, but you get so much with it. It's really worth it. Once you get all the things and you tabulate them, as best you know, retail prices, they are so worth it. They really are. This is Wonton in a Million. These are from Quinn Boulay of Starseed Homestead. Again, did not do the cover page here. Big day, July the 1st. My daughter moved from the Dallas area back to the Spring, Texas area, which is far northwest Houston, where we live and where she was raised. She did not move in with us. She was engaged at the time, and so got an apartment with her fiance. This is where I took her shopping for her apartment, and then we celebrated the 4th of July at the home of her future in-laws. And that was a lot of fun. And I did try to experiment writing, turning my journal and writing like this, because again, I could see this was going to be a problem for me as a lefty. I didn't really like it, so I didn't keep it up. I probably should have tried it for, a couple of spreads just to see, but I gave up on it. This is some really cute fall washi that I bought at Little Craft Place. Little Craft Place. Oh my gosh. It's washi tape heaven. It's literally wall-to-wall washi tape. And you go there. This is when I got super sick in July. I got sick on the 11th and I stayed sick the entire remainder of the month. And I apologize for that noise. That's the garage door. So I couldn't even journal. I couldn't even write. I mean, look at my writing here. I couldn't even write because all I was having was water and Gatorade. I couldn't keep anything down. Oh, it was horrible. So here you go. And didn't do this. Went to urgent care. They didn't know what was wrong with me. I got an appointment with my actual doctor. And she didn't know what was wrong with me, but she said from the symptoms, she believed it to be influenza A out of season. So I had no vaccine in me, and I literally had to tough it out. It was horrendous. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Not that I have any, but if I did, I wouldn't wish it on them. I really wouldn't. Here is more Create with Pen. Coffee Monsters Co. So long, July, you sucked. Oh man, did it ever. And I did try to do design a cover page here for August, just because that's the birth month of my father, who passed in 2009. Greatest person I ever knew. And I never finished it. Is it fall yet? Please. Nope, but it's coming. Eventually it did come. It came mid-October, and then it wasn't even that cool. This is my dad's birthday, the 3rd of August. And here's me dreaming of our trips to Maui, because it was so freaking hot here. I was so miserable all the time. And so I thought, I'm going to journal about it and put some pictures in there. And it really helped me to feel better. And it kind of put me in the right headspace, to where I brought up those feelings that I had when we were on our vacation. And it was just like, it made me happy. And I stayed happy for a couple of weeks. I kept thinking back to it and the things that we did and the fun we had and the special experiences. And yeah, then on the 10th, what happened? Well, actually, it started on the 8th, and I didn't note it here because I didn't know about it. Fire broke out in West Maui in the town of Lahaina, which is one of my favorite places to visit. Not anymore. Lahaina is gone. The entire town burnt to the ground. Horrendous. And it's just really horrible. So, I mean, I mourned like crazy. I mourned for days and days and days over that. But health-wise, best morning since July 11th, exactly a month later in August. But, I mean, it was just really tough. Yeah, here's what I mean by the AI art in London Gifty's pet tape. You can tell a human did not create that. But I bought it because it was pretty, and then afterward I was like, I shouldn't have done that. And I won't do it again if I suspect it's AI art. And I really think ethically, people who sell any type of art, whether it be washi or stickers or what have you, they should note in the description it's AI generated art. And they probably sell a lot less of it if they were honest about it. But whatever. To each their own, right? And here I am using some streaks of watercolor on my pages. And here I used a whole bunch of watercolor. Some more AI generated PET tapes. This is from Quinn Boulay of Starseed Homestead. She's on Instagram, and it's Starseed_Homestead. because there are others that try to duplicate her account every once in a while, so you have to be careful. Hobonichi Day, September the 1st, I went off to a little craft place and bought my 𝗃 that day. Because again, I could see this hump was going to be a problem. And I didn't really feel like, you know, folding my Hobonichi backwards every single day for the rest of the year. Because I thought, if you do that every single day, it's gonna break. And again, I really like doing the collages in here. I thought they looked so pretty against the cream of the Tomo River paper. But again, it would just seriously bulk it up. But I think I'll do more in the 𝗃 because the 𝗃 is thinner, so I don't expect it to be as bulky. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So here you go, more of the AI stuff. You know, but I had to get it because it was witches. But again, I'm not going to buy it. After that stuff runs out, that's it. This is from Paperminty Studio. Again, a real living human artist who did all this by hand on her iPad. And I got to tell you, it is not easy drawing on the iPad. I have an iPad. I have the app Procreate. Oh my gosh. It is such a learning curve for me. I don't know. And I used to be so tech-oriented when I was really young, but I guess not anymore. I guess I outgrew it or something. I don't know. But I have such a hassle learning it. And I have enrolled in a course. I haven't had time to do the lessons. But evidently it's supposed to be really awesome. So I'm hoping to learn some stuff. And maybe I'll be able to do this type of thing in Procreate too. These are from A&M Paper. Oh, what is it again? A&M Paper Art Company, I think it is. I'll put it on the screen. And she's on Instagram, and she has an Etsy shop. But here you are. These are from, these stamp stickers are a roll of postage stamp coffee themed stickers from Notebook Therapy. And here we have October, my favorite month. This is from Wise Minerva Studios again. I really love her stuff. That's her calendar there too. It's one of her ghosts. This is Wise Minerva Studio as well. So is this. So are these. This is as well. I mean, she does a lot of witchy stuff, so I tend to use her stuff in my regular journal, you know, the month of October, obviously. Now in my tarot journal and in my spiritual journal, I use her stickers a lot. So, and some in my spiritual journal almost exclusively. So I just love her artwork. And these are Notebook Therapy. This is from Your Creative Studio. She has a subscription box. I haven't subbed to her box in a long time, but they were such a great deal. And I don't even remember why I stopped. You know, it must have been a budgetary thing, obviously. These are from Papershire. She does really adorable things, too. And this is a cute kitty washi tape I found at the little craft place. This is Lauren Phelps Designs, and then Papershire London Gifties. And this is just some stickers I got from online somewhere. No particular artist or company. This is from Notebook Therapy. This is from Cora Crea Crafts. She's on Instagram as well. This right here is Notebook Therapy. These haunted houses, I bought this at the little craft place. This right here is really old washi tape, like almost antique, literally like 20 years old. This is from Sticky Club. And then here's my cover page for November. This is when I decided, okay, I'm going to do a full-blown collage color page here. Cover page. Sorry, I cannot speak. And I really like how it turned out. Dia de los Muertos is here from my culture. I am Mexican American, very proud Mexican American. And then we have mushrooms because, you know, it's November, it's fall here in Houston. We don't get snow here. It's very rare. And I decided for November to go with the theme of coffee and books. It ends up being more coffee than books because on November 11th was when I could have my first full cup of coffee and not feel sick afterward. So I was really happy. And so I began drinking coffee like it was going out of style. I'm just a 1 cup a day person. I just drink it in the morning. I was drinking 4 or 5 cups a day for like the first week and a half. I was like, man, I got to stop this. That's too much caffeine, you know? But I'm really happy I can drink it again. I really missed it. And here again is some more collaging. And again, I'm pretty sure I'll be doing much more of that in my 𝗍𝗃 because, you know, it's a thinner book. I won't have to worry about such a huge bulk. Of course, it's going to bulk up on the left side like this one did, but not such a huge, you know. And then when you go to write here and your hand's up here and you're writing down here and you've got to hold your pen funny and it's not cool. And then here we get into Christmas time. So there's the cover page for December. This is from Little Joys of 𝗵𝗿𝗄. She's on Etsy. I think she's on a break right now as of filming this. But yeah, she'll be back. She's also on Instagram. She's a really, really good friend of mine. I just love Heather. And these were from a sticker book I got off of Amazon. And these were on a sheet of free stickers I got in an order from someone. So yeah, you know, I just get stuff from all over. These are from Deck Designs, DEK. And they're probably AI as well, but I couldn't resist them. They were just so pretty. And plus, contrary to popular belief, it is not easy to use AI. I've tried it, and I'm just like, oh my God, no, this is not the way I want it to look. And so it's not that easy, believe me. These are from Notebook Therapy. These are from Deck Designs, DEK, on Etsy. And these are, you print them yourself. So I printed these onto full sheet sticker paper and then cut them out. And I really do love this kit. It's purples and pinks, and that's just, oh, to me, that's just awesome. It's just so pretty. And then it correlated really well with this roll of washi from PET tape, from London Gifties. So I used them together. I got this really pretty Christmassy plaid washi in a journal kit from Quinn Boulay of _homestead. This is a washi tape from London Gifties, which was designed by a real human artist. The artist behind this tape is Helen Colebrook of Journal with Purpose. She's on Instagram. She also has a really good channel here on YouTube if you want to learn the finer points of journaling. She also has a Patreon that is so inexpensive. It's like $8 a month American, and you get free printables, and Helen creates a lot of really cool videos, and she's recently added a live Zoom session once a month. And if you're in her top tier, the VIP tier, you get access to that as well. Highly recommend Helen Colebrook's Patreon. Look for her over there under Journal with Purpose. Really awesome stuff. I love her printables. They're so cute. And then here we go, just more coffee. Here I worked in some books, you know. I really don't have too much book stuff, you know, in terms of ephemera. So I didn't have a whole lot to use, but I wanted to make sure they were represented because this time of year, you know, that's the time I like to curl up with a good book, because typically that's when it starts to cool off. And it really didn't. We had some cold days. I planned this page ahead of time, assuming surely by the 19th of December, it'll be cold here. it wasn't. It was like in the slow 70s. I was like, oh, dang it. And here we are heading real close to Christmas, the 23rd, then Christmas Eve. That's my lettering there with Tomo Furunosuke hard brush pen. And then here's, I just did a big cover page style spread for Christmas and included a couple of little notes of stuff that I got and everything. We went to my in-laws in Austin for Christmas. We had a really nice time. My mother-in-law served a ham. It was delicious. And she makes the best cherry pie. Oh my God, it is so amazing. Here we go for Christmas, and then here's the post-Christmas, and we actually came home on Christmas evening, the evening of Christmas Day, and here we are at the end of December, and like I always note in the margins the names of the colors I use for my inks in case I and looking through it, you know, months from now or years from now, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what ink this is. Well, it's Brilliant Beanstalk. If I do not note a manufacturer, it will be Ferris Wheel Press, and I know that. And then this one here is, oh, what's that color? Siren's Song or Song of Sirens. And it again is Ferris Wheel Press. It's a real pretty red, deep red. And this is a brand new ink that I just got as one of their ambassadors. It's called Harlequin Dream. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about it, only because I have a lot of purple ink in my collection because purple's my favorite color. It's a little too blue for my taste, but I think it might grow on me because looking at this now, I'm thinking, oh, it looks pretty. And then this is Edward's Gardens, which has a really cool shimmer effect. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's got some red in there. And it's a really pretty shimmer. I really like it. And then this is another ink, and I didn't know what it was when I filled that pen, so I'm not sure. I rarely make a mistake like that. I keep a little journal, and I put down I color in a solid heart, and I write down the name of the ink color and then the name of the pen that ink is in. Didn't do it that time, though, so I can't tell you. But this is Peter Moss from Ferris Wheel Press, and this is Monteverde's Rose Noir, which is really gorgeous, gorgeous purple. And there you go, another year in the books. I thank you for watching, and pretty soon I'll be showing you my setup for my 2024 avec. I hope you'll tune in for that one. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you're new here and just came by and this is your first visit, thank you so much, and I hope that you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And for all of you returning subscribers, again, thank you so much for your support and for being there for me. I did just open a Etsy shop. I have a motivational weight loss journal in my shop right now, and it has my own method for using positive affirmations. My method works. I have manifested so many great things in my life. I've been using this method since like 1980. And honestly, and then people are like, how does this stuff work out for you? How are you getting this? How are you doing that? Positive affirmations. And I share my method in that motivational weight loss journal. And every journal I do from now on that has anything to do with affirmations for my Etsy shop, I am going to copy over my method into each one of those journals. So it'll always get, shared out when people make a purchase. That's all I have there for right now. I am designing another journal on the 369 method, and I hope to have that in my shop probably by the end of the first week of January. So thanks a lot for watching. I wish you all a very happy and blessed 2024. May it bring us all good health, joy, happiness, love, and abundance of all good things. Y'all take care. This is 𝗫𝗫𝗃𝗃, the Positive Vibes Artist.